ペッパークイーン。
Okay, everyone, this is the Love Island US Season 2 Episode 2 review. So there was a lot of setup and a lot of dumping in this episode. Let's get into it. So Mackenzie was very annoying in this episode for the first half. She kept complaining about how Connor hurt her feelings during his speech and how him coupling up with her best friend was some tactic to really hurt her. Now, I really didn't like Mackenzie in this episode. She was very selfish and a little self-centered. She never took Connor's feelings into consideration. It was all about how she felt. For instance, when she complained to everyone in the villa about his speech.
I kind of feel like Connor, with his speech, I feel like it was a little bit daggers, but like that hurt to hear.
I feel like Connor's speech was a little over the top as far as like what he said.
When he said that speech of the recoupling, I feel like was extremely hurtful.
To be quite honest, Connor's speech, because like 75% of that was like things that he said to me about us.
Yeah.
It hurt.
She never considered the fact that the guy had his heart broken and that maybe he was entitled to throw a little shade at the girl who broke his heart. Even Justine tried to tell her, Connor did his speech out of pain. And side note, whenever Mackenzie would vent to Maura, you could tell she was at her wit's end. When Mackenzie talks to Connor, she brings up all her grievances about how unfair he was and, you know, she was talking to him about how his actions affected her.
I think you could have hurt me more, and I think that you knew that. Whether you're willing to admit it or not, I think that you wanted to get back at me a little bit. I think that you wanted it to hurt. And as far as who you could have recoupled with, you could have recoupled with me. I was right there.
Jesus take every wheel. What pissed me off about this scene is that Connor doesn't put his foot down to say that they are better off alone and that he can do whatever he wants. He instead meekly asked Mackenzie what they should do going forward. If it wasn't for Mackenzie being sent home, I swear he would have gone back to her. I've never seen a man this submissive before. I'm hoping him and Moira will end up being a great couple. Next up is Kierstan. She went from being desperate for Carrington to being sought after by 2 boys. I still didn't know how hung up Kierstan was about Carrington until she had to vote him in to stay to the villa, leaving Mackenzie, Aaron, Jalen, and Cher dumped from the villa. She mentions how hard it was for her to make that decision to Calvin. And I have to say, her and Calvin are looking better as a couple with every new scene. I like their chemistry, but of course, nothing can be as smooth and easy in paradise because Kirsten's head is going to be turned when she goes on a date with one of the new boys in the villa. Their name, I don't know his name. It's either Bennett or Noah. Benny is the brown kid. Anyways, Kirsten's date is a smash. You can tell she's really into the new guy. She's showing him titties. She's flipping her hair. When the date is done, she went up to the girls to gush about him. It's nice to see Kierstan happy for once. She was like a weeping willow for a good bit. Now on to Cely and Johnny. Cely gets picked for a date with one of the new guys, and I have to say he looks very similar to Johnny. And when I tell you Johnny was on edge the whole day, Cely was getting ready for her date, and even during her date, like, this man was crazy. This seemed like a red flag to me. When a man is this possessive and this jealous, it means he's insecure, and that's not a good look. Did you see him sweating Cely about her feelings when she barely knew the guy?
No, I can't say anything.
I mean, she literally said hello and said, hey, you have the same name as her brother. That's all she said, and he just kept harping on her. Or when he's literally spying on her during her date. I don't know if the producers made him do this or if this is actually what he wanted to do. I mean, the big build-up of the episode is if the new guy will reveal what Johnny was doing at Casa Amor. There's a part of me that wants Cely to know, so she'll leave Johnny, but I also don't want her to be crushed because she's really into him. Honestly, I wish Cely would have spread out her eggs more than just putting it all in one basket with Johnny, because if the show ends with her being devastated and her being stuck in this couple ship, I feel so sorry for her. I wish she could have been with someone better. It seems like from the preview, Cely is trying to connect with the new guy, but Johnny is pulling a James and he might just ruin it for himself just by his actions. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you. Goodbye.